Yo guys, what's up? It's Deniz from Deniz World of Bodybuilding, and today I want to talk about Lee Priest, okay? But not only Lee Priest. Today Lee Priest posted a picture, okay, 18 hours ago, and he was posting a picture of Bostin Loyd's statement. His statement, which you can read on this, window, so to say, or Bostin Loyd's Facebook page, of course, is basically saying in a conclusion then that he is quitting to do the walking pharmacy experiment that he has been doing for the last 5 years. So he says Bostin Loyd experiment has finally come to an end. It's been a roller coaster of a ride the last 5 years. It's come to an end, never regret. So I was reading this when Bostin posted it because I'm subscribed to his page on Facebook. And I was like, holy shit, this statement will get his wave. A lot of people will report on this. A lot of people would talk on this, make comments. Because Bostin Loyd is very, very controversial. So it came how it came, okay? And Lee Priest did a comment on this. So Lee Priest's picture was first reposting Bostin Loyd's post. And he was saying, lol, lol, lol. Poor guy, but wait, he said it was all drugs and he took plenty, so what went wrong? Oh, I see, no strong willpower, no heart, no genetics, no brain, equals no muscle or pro card. Fucking idiot. What did he teach? Kids how to abuse drugs, take lots of shit and look shit. The crazy thing is, and why I'm sure that Lee Priest is commenting on this, is that Bostin Loyd never believed that Lee Priest didn't take crazy cycles to get where he was, okay, to get that big, to have a career of an IFBB Pro bodybuilder, Hall of Fame bodybuilder. So he was always bashing the pros who claimed taking cycles that were not high enough for Bostin Loyd. Bostin was like, everybody's taking this, everybody's taking that, because I take so and so much and that much, and I'm still not that big, so the pros have to take even more because they are bigger. And this is a bad conclusion. Really, I know guys who take a shitload of juice and look like shit. They look, they look natural. There are guys who are on shitload of juice who look like they're natural and their physiques are naturally achievable. But just come to the story. So he did that post and Bostin Loyd responded to it. He said, "Thank you for the free publicity, Lee. Hashtag much love." So at the beginning it was like all love, okay? After his rant, Bostin tried to calm it down, get some peace. And Lee was responding, "I'm trying to help you so you don't off yourself. No such thing as miracles too." And then Lee Priest, Team Bostin, so Bostin Loyd said, "No such thing as bad publicity, especially in the boring bodybuilding world, so thank you." Lee was, responding, No, all publicity, yes, can be good, but it's still the wrong kind. But hey, you live, you learn, even if it's the hard way. So at the beginning, it seemed to be all good again. But Bostin Loyd made a comment which changed Lee's mind again. So Bostin was saying, "Unfortunately, Lee doesn't look at facts or my contest conditioning, etc. He's stuck in his own world, and all these miserable dudes that hate will eat their words one day. One thing for sure is Lee has never brought the level of conditioning I did at my last show, but I let him have his little obsession over me. People hate on success. It's an honor for me to be even on his radar, and I'm obviously doing something right." Crazy comment from Bostin Loyd. And Bostin was adding also an information. He says, "Check my resume, homie. You don't know bodybuilding if you think Lee had better conditioning than me. He's never been 100% peeled from the bag from what I've seen. I don't know why I'm even arguing with trolls. First crazy comment, but I will get on that soon. Lee Priest was saying, "You're not on my radar. People bring your shit to me. Your conditioning, fuck the drugs, have affected your brain. No success with you, mate. Just a sad, sad case of a nobody trying to be someone, but all you got is idiot followers like you birds of a feather. Inject 3cc together." And then he was also responding to a fan of Lee's, or to a guy who was commenting on this post. Playing with his small cock sent him blind. So this was basically it, guys. They have a little beef, okay. What I, my 2 cents on this, because it's my channel, it's Deniz World of Bodybuilding, of course I'm reporting on it, but I want to add my 2 cents. My 2 cents is that Lee Priest is a Hall of Fame bodybuilder. He was 5-6 times in the top 6 Mr. Olympia contest. The Mr. Olympia contest is the biggest contest in the world. He was competing with guys which are admired to this day as being the best bodybuilders ever. Flex Wheeler, Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman, Kevin Lerone, you name them. All of them, he competed against them. So he was competing in a very, very competitive era and still achieved it to get several times, even top 5. He was even 5th place 2 or 3 times. He was in the top 6, 5 or 6 times. He was winning pro show. So Lee Priest is on a completely different level than Bostin Loyd. Sorry, Bostin, okay? Bostin was never a pro. He will never be a pro bodybuilder, and he's the perfect example that juice is not #1 when it comes to professional bodybuilding. To be a top pro, if you're like, okay, I want to get a pro, so first juice, second nutrition, third rest, sleep, 4th training. It's not like that, and he's a perfect example. So his experiment of taking so much juice is showing people, hopefully, that it's not only about the juice and only about crazy amounts of juice, okay? Because a lot of people think it is, and a lot of people think that if they take so much and so much, they will look like a pro bodybuilder and they will get a pro bodybuilder. Bostin Loyd is the perfect example that it's not that way. And I think Bostin, I think as a human being, he's a good guy, and he was thinking about his health, because it was not healthy at all what he was doing, and maybe he wants to get a family, wants to get kids and everything. I think he's, fairly smart in that kind of way, but it's still, of course, it's not smart doing what he did. He did a statement video which I was not able to watch yet, so I will watch it maybe in a couple of days. So what are your 2 cents, guys? This guy is, saying he had the better conditioning than Lee Priest, and this guy is a guy that will never get a pro bodybuilder and was never near to get a pro bodybuilder, actually, and says to a top 5 Mr. Olympia competitor he the better conditioning and he's on his radar. Maybe he is on his radar, but it's not because of his competitive success, Bostin. It's not because of your competitive success. You are on your radar, on his radar, because you're doing all the YouTube videos. You did videos with 100,000 of views where you were injecting yourself on YouTube. I mean, how he will not be, you will not be on his radar. It's obvious, but it's not because you won, the NPC overall or something. It's because you did crazy stuff, and people love crazy stuff, especially in bodybuilding. So you were the guy, you were representing the majority of people who think, the average Joes, the gym rats who are getting their juice in and day out and still look like shit. You will not look like shit. You look, big and everything, but it was not what you would think of. you know, seeing your crazy cycles. So I'm totally with Lee on this way. I think Lee Priest is one of the few guys that really always say what they think and always don't give a fuck when it comes to opinions and statements and so on. So what are your thoughts on this, guys? Hope you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel. Okay, wish you all the best. Bye.